Hey everyone, my name is Dennis and I'm software QA engineer. And today I'm going to talk about such a topic as Notion as a tool for education. And basically, I want to speak about how Notion helps me to learn new content, to learn new knowledge, to consume better and understand better, and to be able to um, remember basically whatever I learned in the future. So, first of all, I want to say a few things about Notion itself. It's a great and amazing tool that helps you to uh, write notes, create tables, create databases, views, dashboards, and represent the data in different types of formats. If you're not aware of this tool, I highly recommend to go and try it yourself to at least to have your personal idea of the tool itself. So, um, let's go down to the topic itself. So I called this button Start New Learn. It's basically something that helps me to consume new knowledge better. And this is the pre-organized structure, basically the format, which helps me to learn and understand things better, easier, and not to spend time on formatting, on the way to store knowledge. So let me show you real quick first. Well, let's start. Like for instance, I'm planning to learn something new. Like I'm planning to learn new language. For example, Spanish or French. Or I'm planning to learn programming language like Python. Let's first start with a Python as an example. So, what do you do first when you're planning to learn a new language? You find a resource, right? You need to find the best recommended, trustworthy resource to learn Python or to learn something, you name it. And for example, somebody recommended the best quality resource to learn Python, and let's say it's it's this one. I'm not recommending this one, not because it's bad or good. I don't know. It's just whatever popped up for me. So here, what did I do? Here I see that there is, for example, a number of lessons included into that course. No, sorry, not into that one. But like, there's not just the one video, but multiple sets of videos or classes. And what I do, I basically, if it's the YouTube, I copy the first link and then I go to this button and I click Start New Learn. What it does, it creates, it's processing for a little bit, and it creates the new page called Learn Title, and I go in there and then I rename it. And the name here is whatever the name of the course you've chosen. It may be Udemy course. So let's say it's going to be Python. Oops. Python. And then whatever author is there. Let's put John Smith and whatever link. And then I click new unit button and it creates the first unit. So it can be whatever. You go in there and say day 1 or class 1 or unit 1. It doesn't really matter. And then I click a new learning slot and it creates the predefined video link where I put the video, the link to the video which I'm about to go through. And if there's slides, also separate link for the slides. I also highly recommend to store videos locally if it's possible, and the slides as well, and link it here. And then there's the timecode button. So once you clicked new learning slot button, you can just basically remove it. There's no need for this one. And then you unfold this one and click new, and it creates the first timecode section, and you basically start to learn. So here at this point, I basically divide my screen into two parts. So on the left side, here's the video I'm about to consume, and on the right side is the Notion page predefined for me to start taking notes and using time codes. Basically, what's the beauty of using time codes? And I highly recommend use your own time codes, because it creates better associations to whatever you're learning. And basically, you're using someone else's time codes gives you nothing. But when you understand something, maybe you didn't understand it correctly, but you understood it somehow, you created a memory about it, and then you put it down. That's the way to remember about it once you go in again over the material, and then you can basically change it to the correct one. So here is just whatever your fantasy allows you to do, you just use it here. So that's the way you consume your knowledge. So let's say it's going to be intro. So you start learning, and then you can unfold here, and under this first section you can put, for instance, backslash and then code, and you can put the code block, let's say something like that. And then you can also here leave some notes. Insert a table. What else you can do? Also, if something graphical needs to be placed there, some image, whatever helps you to learn, you can also make a screenshot and then just paste it here as well. You can also annotate your screenshot as well, whatever with your preferences. Like, let's say we're taking a screenshot here, and then we want to annotate that. I don't know, let's say and then you can paste that screenshot, just like drag and drop with your annotation. So what's the first section is done. You can fold it back and then click this button again, and it pre-creates another the same thing. The beauty of this, it kind of differentiates, it kind of distinguishes between the regular text color, and it helps you visually better understand, better read your notes. So then, for instance, it's on the 8th minute, you're learning some new topic. And yeah, basically you can also push enter, and it pre-creates the toggled list as well, but I prefer not to do that because this button just keeps the color formatting for you. So that's why it's good. What else I do? So once the first unit, let's say it's a 30 minutes video, and 30 minutes is the end. And I went through all the video. Here, I go here into this icon. I click on it. I find this calendar icon. And then I change the color to the blue one. So this means that this first unit was passed. The first iteration was done. So I can color code my iterations. If, for instance, I feel like I need to come back to this unit again and I didn't understand it quite well, so I'll color code it differently. I'll use purple. So the purple one means that there is a problem. Look back into it. And you can also color code some of the time code slots as well. So like here I had a problem. I need to go back not to the whole day, but just to exactly this time slot. There was a problem here. So I'll also use purple color here. So that way I'm not gonna figure out where the problem was. Like in 10 days, you're not gonna remember where you got stuck. So basically, this helps you to identify the lack areas, the areas where you need to go back. Okay, if I go and finish all the courses, they're all gonna be blue for me, and you can use whatever colors you want to. And once the whole course is passed, I can change this also to blue. So blue means I'm done with the course and it's passed. There's a couple of advices for learning things, like take notes when you learn something. If you tend to procrastinate, that means you're dealing with something which is new for you or for your brain, and your brain rejects to deal with it because it's complex, and your brain doesn't like complex things. So at this point, I will recommend to maybe split the material into multiple blocks and learn a little block by little block by little block, and like create the maximum possible consumable blocks. So even if it's a 1 minute block, even that thing will help. That will definitely help, because that way you systematically will be dealing with this, and then later on you will realize that you're starting to understand a lot better, and your brain will start to recognize this as something familiar, something interesting, and that way you'll get over the procrastination. One of the things I will also recommend is to use iterative approach to learn new things. So each iteration will help you to build more strength to your knowledge, build more strength to your skills. And like if you're using the concept I'm telling about, like using the structures and using the video time codes and the button I'm about to show you. So with the iterative approach, it will look like the first iteration will be color coded as grade. So you first initiate the new learning process, and then you go over, get familiarized with the object, subject, and basically you get introduced to the new knowledge. The second iteration for me was the purple colored iteration, which means I already know a little bit. I got introduced to the subject, and then I need to get more strength into this subject. I need to power up myself with the knowledge and develop new skills. So that's purple. And the blue one, once I'm done. So basically 3 iterations for me, but it can be 4 iterations depending on the complexity of the subject. It can be 5, 6. You get to decide how many iterations you think it's gonna take you in order to consume that new knowledge. And so right now I'm gonna show you the process of creation the button. Okay, let's see my screen. So in order to do that, you need to create a separate page. It could be like a templates page, or whatever page works for you. So I'm gonna call it simple learn button, and I'm gonna add an icon here, and it's gonna be like this documents icon with a gray color. So inside of this simple learn page, I'm going to create another page, \page. And this page name or title is going to be number 1. And icon for this page is going to be calendar icon. It's an icon which looks like this, and the color for the icon is gray. So inside of this page, I'm gonna create a learning slot button, \button, and the button name is gonna be learning slot, and the icon for the button is gonna be this arrow right heavy, orange color. And the action for the button is gonna be when button is clicked, I insert blocks inside here, and the blocks for this section is going to be video label, and then link, and then slides label, link, and here I'm going to insert toggled list, this one, and the title is going to be time codes. And I'm gonna highlight the video and make it bold, and then slides and time codes as well. So let's highlight it. All right, so now it's all highlighted and the links templates are pasted here. So here inside of the time code section, I'm gonna insert a new button. So \button, and this button name is gonna be new. And the icon is going to be this kind of arrow pointing northeast. And the color is going to be orange as well. So the action for this button is when button is clicked, I do insert blocks, but the blocks are going to be above button. And the blocks basically is going to be text 00 column. And text is going to be formatted with the orange color. Okay, so I'm done here. I'm clicking done for the button editing and done for the previous button editing. So this slot is ready basically. So the next one, I'm going back to simple learn button page. And here I can see this page number 1. And I'm creating another page here. So \page. And the title for the page is learning title, and the icon for the page is gonna be this graduation cap, and it's gonna be gray color as well. So learning title page is ready. So here I'm gonna place author, and then it's gonna be link. And down here, maybe I'll leave extra space and I'll create another button. And the button name is going to be new unit. And the button icon is going to be this arrow as well. And the action, when button is clicked, I'm going to insert blocks. And the blocks are going to be inserted above button. So for the block here, I'm gonna need to bring back the page number 1 and paste it here. So in order to do that, I'm gonna go back to simple learn button page, and then drag this number 1 page inside of the learning title page. And here, the editing option is already closed, so I need to click that gear icon, and it unfolds editing mode. And then I'm gonna just drag it inside here, and it is basically gets pasted here. So I'm gonna remove this empty space so it doesn't add anything else, and I'm clicking done here. So this learning title page is pre-created. So I'm going back to simple learn button page, and here I need to create another button. So I'm going to do / and then button, and the button name is start new learn, and the icon is the same this orange arrow. And the action for the button is when button is clicked, I insert blocks. And the blocks are going to be inserted above button. And I'm simply dragging this learning title page inside here and removing extra space. And click done. So the template is basically created. So let's test it. So right now, what are you going to do when you start learning? Basically, you probably want to just click here and it creates learning title. You go inside here and it pre-creates the structure. As I already showed you, you put author, link, and then you click new unit and it creates first unit. You go inside there and create learning slot. So it pre-creates this video, slides, and the timecode section. Sometimes it takes a little while to generate that. So basically here I see one error. Maybe we can fix it. So here it creates the blocks below button. That's why it looks a little bit weird. So we can actually change it to above button and click done. And we need to fix it not here, but inside of the actual button here. So we need to fix it here. So in order to fix it, we need to go to learning title inside of the button and then edit here and go inside of this page number 1 inside of the button. And then we're creating learning slots. So click edit here. And this is the place where we fix the issue. Okay, now let's test it. We're going back to the simple learn button page and remove this one. Not gonna do it anymore. So click learning, start new learning title, go inside here, create a new unit, go inside the first page and create a new learning slot. So yeah, now it works a lot better. So once we created this one, we don't need this one anymore. So, and we are ready to go with our time codes. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you made it to this time, please leave a comment below. Again, I'll be happy to read your comments, your feedback, maybe your ideas. Maybe you have some similar approach or something. Thanks again. Bye.